My name is Magnitude, aka Steve. It is Tuesday, not UBL day. It's not Saturday, but let me tell you guys, I had a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and so we're here on Tuesday. UBL battle. Here's the situation for those of you who pretty much have not been spoiled of the battle by watching any of my opponent's battle, who's Deebz, by the way. Check out his channel below. He's got a lot of great stuff. He's helped kind of form the UBL for what it is today, so great stuff, and I'm sure he played a part in making the decision to add me to the league. So Deebz, I am grateful. I appreciate that. And so the situation for the Sawsbucks is we are 3-3 minus 3. Threes are wild. And we are in 7th place in the division. 7th out of 8 at 3-3. It's nuts. So we got to win this week, and then probably win. We got to probably go 5-3 to have really a chance at making a push here. But you can't win. You can't go 5-3 without going 4-3. So this is the week we got to do it. We got to attempt to really make it happen here. So this week I'm bringing Ferrothorn, Vaporeon, Hitmonlee, Granbull, Weevil, and Blacephalon. Now I had a special Hitmonlee concocted just for my opponent, and he had a Mega Gallade that he could have brought, but he didn't. He brought Greninja, Snorlax, Stunfisk, Thundurus, Abomasnow, which I didn't think he was going to bring, but I realized why he brought Abomasnow. I have, like, Sun potential, and I realized he probably brought that just solely to break it up. If Abomasnow has anything else, he'd probably pump with that. And Doublade, which I kind of thought those were going to be happening. So I realized, I see here that, oh, no, we have that stuff. Oh, okay, we have... You know what, we're going to be pausing it. We got words coming up, but that's alright. So, my opponent has really one defogger, and that is Thundurus, so I have to try to make sure that that doesn't happen. Or if I get hazards up, I can kind of make sure he isn't not able to defog. So, I go into Thundurus, or I lead with Ferrothorn. Wow, he leads with his Spectre. That is going to be his Greninja. I thought for a while here, I figured, you know what, if he's got Hidden Power Fire, I'm not going to die anyway. It doesn't matter if he specs Modest. So, I'm just going to fire up Power Whip. Maybe he thinks that he can kill me or something like that. But he does just go right into, that's going to be his Abomasnow. He's going to get that hail up. Now, I thought for a little bit, you know, he could have Hidden Power Fire on this thing too. But if he does, you know, if I can just get some rocks up, there's no battle animations. That's okay, because now my capture card is broken again, so I'm going to have to just kind of deal with it. So he does go for Hidden Power Fire, and that is going to do a lot to me. He's Life Orb, which I see now. I'm going to be able to get rocks up. And I thought for a while, if I want to save Ferrothorn, if I don't want to save Ferrothorn, I kind of come to the conclusion that, you know what, I mean, if I can, Ferrothorn, would be great against Greninja, but just not at that range, you know what I'm saying? It couldn't do anything at that point, so figure, you know what, just hit my Hitmonlee here safely. We're down 5-6 early, but I missed Stone Edge, which, fuck, that sucks, dude. And now Hitmonlee is already, oh boy, So I decided to show off what my Hitmonlee was. This was for Mega Gallade. It was Power Herb Bounce, actually, for Mega Gallade. And I am able to take out the Abomasnow. So now it is 5-5. And Hitmonlee, but it's 5-5. But his Abomasnow took out a Ferrothorn and almost crippled Hitmonlee. So not a good 5-5 where I want to be. He goes into Stunfisk, and this could be a huge issue for me. I wish I still had Ferrothorn. I don't. But I do have, I think, which is the next kind of best thing for this. I see no animations. That's alright. You know what, Jake? I appreciate you recording the battle for me. I'm not going to complain about the lack of battle animations. I had a capture card, guys. This is my second capture card that broke. So I'm actually going to be trying to fix it. I'm going to be trying to open it up and fix it myself. So we'll see. I mean, it can't get any worse, right? So Snorlax is going to come in, and we could have like a heavy slam on Snorlax for Granbull or something like that. But I'm going to go for just a play rough. I might get the attack drop. He is going to go for a frustration, which doesn't do that much damage. But you know, as he keeps getting hit, it's going to do more. So he is going to switch out, and I decided, you know what? He might just go right back into Stunfisk. So I'm going to go ahead and going to roar him again, right? We're going to just roar. We're going to keep shuffling this stuff out, get as much damage as possible while those rocks are up, and he gets thrown back into Snorlax. If I can take out Snorlax, I will be very happy, because that means Blacephalon can come in and kind of do some damage. Do damage. Hashtag do damage. Go Red Sox. I crit him with the play rough, and that's probably not necessary, and then he crits me back. So, like I said, it's probably not needed. If I didn't crit him, then we would have not, whatever. I go for Earthquake. Thought he might go maybe back into his Stunfisk. So he's gonna go into Spectre, which is gonna be his Greninja, which this thing is there's an issue with this thing. It's really fast, got a lot of possible moves, and he's wearing my team down. Hitmonlee's down, Granbull's down. So I have to really kind of be smart about what I do, and I don't have Ferrothorn left, so I gotta really be careful about this Greninja. I do let Granbull go down because I took out the Snorlax, which is kind of what its job was. So I go into Vaporeon now, and I realize he's got Energy Ball fine. I have not seen I have not seen any reason for him to believe. I have not seen any reason for me to believe that that this Greninja can really harm me, even if he has Energy Ball. So he goes in a Tick. I'm going to Toxic him, actually. I thought he would go in a Tick, which is... I could have surfed him, but I really wanted to just... this thing is... It's Stunfisk. It's stupid, right? But it's a huge fucking problem all the time. So I want to make sure to Toxic this. Or I thought, you know, maybe he might want to go into... you know, I don't know. I just didn't think Doublade was coming in and I wanted to get a Toxic off. And this thing is something that I didn't want to... I knew it was going to be bulky. And I just did not want to risk this thing being a problem for me. Because he could definitely start paralyzing things. And he could start just being a huge nuisance for me. So I wanted to make sure that no matter what happens in the end... that this Stunfisk is going to be essentially neutralized in every way, shape, and form. Because Skulls, that does a lot of damage, does. But I wanted to just make sure, even if I switched out of Vaporeon here, you know, and passing wishes, I thought about passing a wish to Hitmonlee, but I wanted to make sure that no matter what, in the end, that this Stunfisk was not going to be able to stay in here and tank against me. It doesn't matter what it was. But he then goes into this, and now, so now I'm thinking, okay, see, now we have the words pop up there, because I'm playing in a video player and recording with screen recorders. So now I'm running massive calcs. I'm thinking, okay, what kind of set for this Thundurus can take out Vaporeon? If I can just get a Scald off, get a significant damage off, either get a Scald burn, or if I even fire up a Wish right here, I can see what kind of item he's got. But I know I can live, no matter what he is, I know I can live a Thunderbolt, because I am a especially defensive tank. I was physically defensive with Ferrothorn, but I was still sure that I could live a Hidden Power Fire from either Abomasnow, which I did, or even Greninja, because I calculated that way. And so, but I figured, you know, so I'm doing calcs here. I'm running calcs, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. So if I live this Thunderbolt and I get significant damage off with this Vaporeon, I can come in with potentially my Scarf Blacephalon and start throwing stuff around. I have Weevil as well, but I pretty much need to make sure that he's not Scarfed, locked into a Thunderbolt. But if he is Scarfed, because based on the way that the speed tiers work, I feel like he kind of has to be Scarfed to outpace Scarf Blacephalon, which can pose a problem to his team. So that's a really roundabout way of me saying I have calced this, I have done risk analysis, and I've decided that Vaporeon staying in, because he can't die, is the best option for this Thundurus. So, we roll the dice, baby. Point of Stones come in. I'm at 185. He's going to Agility, and I get it right. He did predict me to switch. He thought, and we get the burn! He did think that I was going to switch out, and I realized at that point. So, if he is, look at that. That is nothing. That is nothing! He's Agility. He was trying to get a. So he wasn't Scarf, right? So let's go ahead and pause that one. We'll just wait till another Mon comes in. So I want to just talk about that a little bit and what that did. So he goes into Conviction, which is a Doublade. So at that moment in time, after seeing Agility, you knew that he had to be a plus speed nature because, or you knew that he had to be, some sort of like. I'm trying to think of the word. See, I've locked myself into start saying some really kind of really intuitive saying, but essentially he had to be like some kind of super offense mon. Obviously, that should go without saying. The problem there was I was trying to say something intuitive without saying something obvious, but you know that's not what happened. I said something obvious. He was super offensive, but because I saw Agility, you know, obviously he couldn't be Scarfed, duh, or Choice, duh. So I was able to just if he was Life Orb, great. If not, fine. But that Agility wasn't that big of a deal for me because I also had you know, Mach Punch on Hitmonlee at the time, but I knew I could live the Thunderbolt, and especially now seeing Agility, I knew he wasn't Specs, and I knew I could definitely live. But that was, you know, not as risky as a play as normally. I like to give myself a little more credit because, you know, not very good. Well, above average at best. But that wasn't as risky as a play as maybe it appeared on the surface thing. I knew I could live. I knew I had to get damage off. And if you went for a nasty plot, that might have been an issue. But if you went for a nasty plot, well, Blacephalon could have outspread him anyway. So I think Agility was his only play there. But I guess he thought I was going to switch to Blacephalon and or just switch in general. Which if I had Ferrothorn, that probably would have happened. But didn't have Ferrothorn, so now Ferrothorn being dead actually aided in that play. But he goes in a Doublade, and now this is actually a danger. I need to get a, I definitely need to get a burn on this Skull. I got one already. I didn't get one there, but he gets the Swords Dance up, and now we are in what's called dire straits right here. He's going to Shadow Sneak me, and that is going to do a lot of damage to me. So now it's, oh man, we're up 4-2 now. We go into Blacephalon. I have the Kasib Berry for the Ghost types, but I don't. There's a chance that I could live a +2 Shadow Sneak with the berry. So I put the berry on. Unfortunately, I do not live, and now we are down 4-2, and we are thinking, oh my goodness, are we going to lose this +2 Doublade? So we go into Weevil, and now let's get the final thoughts of the day. The final thoughts, because we have not much time left in this battle, are that Weevil, if I hit a knockoff, there is a very real chance that he lives, and a very real chance. So it's pretty much a 50-50 roll if he lives or dies here. If he lives, then, well, it's based on the fact that I'm going for a knockoff with the Violite. There's a very real chance that he lives because I am a Jolly set, not an Adamant set. If he lives, but he's also got to. This is. I pause it for a reason because there's two sides to this. I'm sure he's also doing the calcs, and he's going, well, if he's Adamant and he hits me with a knockoff, there's more likely than not he dies. There's a very small chance he lives. If I'm Jolly, there's like a 50-50 chance he lives and dies. So he can opt to go for a Shadow Sneak. Now, I do resist a Shadow Sneak. He has to leverage. Actually, two things he's got to leverage. I do have Dark EMZ. And I say we over the end, he does not know my set. He has to leverage. So on his end, I know that he's thinking, this is a lot of thought to have in 90 seconds, but I know on his side, he's going, if I click Sacred Sword and I don't kill him, then, if I click Sacred Sword and he knocks off and I die, I can't win. Because I know that his Greninja's not Scarf. We saw the Life Orb on that. And I am built to outspeed Greninja. If he clicks Shadow Sneak and I knock off and he lives, then he wins because he can just sneak me a second time and kill me, and then take out the Hitmonlee at the end. My only part of it is Mach Punch. So, but he's also got to decide if I'm a Z move Weevil, then he has absolutely no chance. I click my Z move. It doesn't matter where he clicks, even if crit Shadow Sneak can't kill me. But if I click my Z move right now, then he dies, and I'm gonna outspeed his Greninja and kill him with, I have, you know, Power Punch, stuff of that nature. And I also have Hitmonlee up with Mach Punch, so I'll probably be able to take him out, unless he's got Shadow Sneak also, or some priority on Greninja. So it all comes down to, essentially, we both have to kind of decide what is the other person going to think is going to happen, which obviously, you know, happens a lot, but this is a crucial juncture. So I decide I have no Z move on Weevil. I actually have Wide Lens. I don't want to miss Icicle Crash against a Thundurus. So I click Knockoff. He is going to predict my Z move is incoming, and he's actually going to switch into Greninja to take the Z move because he wants one crack at a Sacred Sword. So he's going to predict my Z move. I actually do not go for I don't have a Z move on this at all. They just said I go for the knockoff, gonna do a little damage, and now I actually put my fears to rest of me not killing with knockoff because I'm Jolly, because I have Power Punch. I Power Punch the Greninja. Next up, baby, just his Doublade, and I'm gonna go ahead and knock that off, and I'm gonna go ahead and win this match 2-0. After the knockoff, he's obviously a Violate. He's not gonna have a resist berry. That'd be kind of silly on a Doublade, but he's under the range where I'm gonna take him out. So the Sawsbucks are gonna claim a 2-0 victory here against Deebz. And we are now 4-3. Next week we have Uzi Gunner, and that is, you know, Uzi Gunner. Can we get back to the beginning of the video? Because that'd be great. But yeah, there it is. So we go against Uzi Gunner next week. He is I think he's 6-1 right now. Yeah, he's 6-1 right now. So we are 4-3. We are still definitely in the playoff hunt. We just have to definitely now have to win next week. We obviously couldn't go 5-3 without going 4-3, but we were able to claim victory here. I am super pumped about that. We got a win. We are 4-3. I'm honestly doing better than I thought I was gonna do. As I mentioned at the beginning of the season, this was kind of like a comeback season for me, where I'm trying getting back into battling. But I think my unconventional stuff is kind of, I'm going unconventional, but I'm not going crazy, super nuts. Unless it was like last week with the 4 Scarfers. But that was kind of by design. Yeah, but either way, I think I'm playing better this year, and I appreciate everyone who's been sticking around and giving support. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see each and every one of you guys next time. Good night.